Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Summer if you're new, and in today's video I'm going to be drawing this flower using colored pencil. So if that is something that you are interested in, please keep on watching. So I'm just going to outline the basic parts of the flower using my regular pencil. The trick here is to use minimal lines and press very, very lightly. So here I am just adding a few more details using a grey coloured pencil. So I usually use a medium toned coloured pencil to do the majority of the outline sketch. So that way when it comes to shading, I know exactly where all of the dark tones and the light tones should go. So the key thing here is to press very, very lightly. If I did not press lightly, then I would indent the paper and I would not be able to add any further layers of colored pencil. That means that I'd be stuck with that exact tone, value, and color. So I'm just gently defining everything in a very, very light way. So that way, if I do make a mistake, I can just rub it out. Now I'm moving on to my darkest color, which is black. And I'm just putting in all of my dark tones. I tend to vary this up a lot, but at the moment I add my darkest colors first. So that way I know exactly where my shadows are. And it always kind of shows me where the highlighted areas are supposed to be too. So that way filling in the rest of the flower becomes a lot easier. So I'm just slowly defining the flower. One thing to remember is to use a very, very sharp colored pencil. So I have a dedicated sharpener that I use. I will have it linked in the description down below, but it is excellent. I'm also using a white colored pencil to preserve the white areas and the highlights in the drawing. If I did not use the white colored pencil, then the highlighted areas would not pop as much when it comes towards the end of the drawing process when I use the solvent. So here I'm just slowly building up those colors, or the black, should I say. Now this can take quite a long time, but you want to make sure that you spend a decent amount of time on this part. It's probably the most boring part of the whole drawing, but getting the base layer correct is essential for creating something that looks photorealistic. So as you can see, it's kind of slowly coming more to life. So now I'm using my darkest color, which is a dark blue, and I'm using it over the black tones that I previously laid down to really get a nice dark blue color. So it is already looking really good. I'm slowly using some more mid-tone blues. I'm really just having fun here with the colors. Not really focusing too much on my reference. I'm just seeing what looks good on the paper. As long as I'm using something that's dark and something that's light, it doesn't really matter what color I use. So I'm just slowly building that up. And because I did such a good base layer, doesn't matter what colors I use now, it's going to look good. Now for my favorite part, the solvent. So I tend to use a medium bristled brush and a very, very small amount of solvent. And I gently go over every single area in sections. So I don't blend everything together at once. I blend it a little bit by little bit. So that way it doesn't look like a blob. It looks more defined. So using a solvent is so good at making your drawing look more like a painting. So here I am just ensuring that the highlights are nice and bright. So I'm using an eraser to rub out the highlighted areas. And as you can see, they do pop quite a lot because I did use that white colored pencil underneath. So one thing to remember is I did make sure that the solvent dried completely before using the rubber. If I didn't, then it would just it wouldn't give me a very good result. Now I'm using my final layer of colored pencil to define everything. So I'm darkening the darkest areas and I'm making sure that the colors are what I want it to be. So this is just going to bring everything together, and I'm pressing quite hard with my colored pencils as well. And I can because this is my final layer. Perfect, so that is the drawing complete. I'm really happy with the way it turned out. If you enjoyed this video, then please give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe. And let me know if you'd like more videos like this. Right then, bye.